entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now everyone, Matt Haywood here from entertainmentbuddha.com, and we're checking out a new game, a new mobile game and for PC coming out soon this week from Nerial and Devolver Digital, and that is Reigns Game of Thrones. That's right, people. If you're a fan of the Reigns game, which I honestly never knew existed until the Game of Thrones flavor was announced. So we got an early copy of it for iOS. I've been checking it out on my iPad and my iPhone X, and I've been having some fun. So I just wanted to give you a preview, a gameplay preview, if you will, with some editorial commentary on what I've come across so far in Reigns Game of Thrones. So without further ado, let's get to that swiping gameplay. Alright, first things first, there may be some spoilers in this gameplay preview I'm about to show you, even though the mission I'm playing or the swiping I'll be doing is from the very first time you boot up the game, but just in case, there's your spoiler warning. Alright, so if you've never played a Reigns game before like me, then this is what you have. It's a swipe 'em up. You're presented with a situation, in this case Game of Thrones kings and queens sitting on Iron Throne, and through a series of card choices where you swipe left and right, you have to decide what happens. Just to show you the menu here, I mean, you can have certain spells applied to your character depending on your choices. There are various royal deeds that you can go through and complete, 49 in total, that get baked into the various characters and stories. There are cards you can unlock. Again, these would be characters you come across. So, I mean, that's really what you work towards in Reign Game of Thrones. The memento moris, the portrait galleries, the cards, and of course the feats. So with those challenges in mind, it's really how many days can you stay in power? How many moons can you stay in power? So you start with Daenerys. Your first decision, sit on the throne. I'm sitting on the throne, and now you're presented with a series of other decisions that come to you from various members of Westeros. Now, again, this is all being envisioned from Melisandre's mind, so this isn't canon, or these aren't actual story events that take place. The developers here in Devolver, they just kind of created up these dream-up situations. You know, what if Dany was on the throne? What would she do? If Jon was on the throne, what would he do? If Cersei, Jaime, so on and so forth. So it's great. I mean, honestly, it's very simple to play. It's just reading and swiping and making decisions. And the decisions you're making affect 4 different categories that you can see at the top here. So you got your kind of your money to the far right, your people is the people, the star is the religion, and then there's a sword on the far left. And your goal is to make sure neither one of those categories ever completely goes full empty red or full green. Because once they do, your reign will end, and it can end in a fiery death, a backstabbing death, or you can just leave the throne. So that's really what you do throughout a game of Reigns Game of Thrones. You pick your leader, you start with Daenerys, and then you unlock Tyrion, and then based on how far you go with each one of those characters, you can unlock other characters to sit on the throne. There's actually 9 in total that you can unlock to actually sit on the throne and then play through it, making decisions for them. As you can hear, hopefully you can hear in the background, you're also getting the legit Game of Thrones soundtrack from Djwadi, so that's pretty cool. I also like what they did with the voices here. I'll try to tone down for a little bit and let you listen to some voices coming up, but they're actually kind of funny. I mean, it kind of reminds me of some Star Wars aliens, because they're like, even better, it's kind of like Animal Crossing talking. And as you can see, you know, you got some really nice 2D art in the game. There are some mini games. I didn't come across one in this playthrough, but there's a jousting mini game, a bar fight mini game. But for the most part, you're just trying to complete the royal deeds and take a particular leader as far as possible in terms of how many moons they've been around. I think the best I've done so far is about 22 moons, and I did that with Daenerys, I believe, on my second playthrough. So that's the other thing. Once you have unlocked a leader card, a king or queen card, you can go back and play them even after failing, and you're going to get, for the most part, an entirely new thread to swipe through in terms of new choices, new characters to meet, and potentially new endings. So there is a lot to go through. A lot of replayability, even though it seems quite simple. I've really liked the time-killing aspect of this mobile game. I mean, I know it's for PC, but I think this is going to work best on an iOS or Android device, particularly a handheld or a tablet. It's just easy to pick up and play. Some of the sessions can be very quick. So far, I've been having a good time with Reigns Game of Thrones. Can't give it an official score yet. That'll be dropping on October 18th, so make sure to stay tuned for that when we can drop our official review score. But so far, I've been having a good time. I'd say the only thing I haven't been a huge fan of is the fact that saves do not synchronize across devices. So if I have the game on my iPad and my iPhone, my progress will not sync, which at this point in time in 2018 kind of seems outlandish that that's not a feature. Because I would like to keep my progress across both devices and, you know, play some on my tablet, then when I'm on the go, fire it up on my phone and be able to continue on, or at least have a lot of the same leader cards unlocked, so on and so forth. But outside of that, for a $3.99 game, it's been playing quite well. So stay tuned for the full review coming up on October 18th. That's when the embargo lifts. For now, though, I'm going to just go ahead and let this play out. This is coming up to the end here. There we go. I decided to leave King's Landing. Therefore, this thread for Dany has come to an end because she left the throne. The queen is gone. She's not dead. She's just gone. So Melisandre will come in and be like, oh, wow, I screwed that up. Who's next? And then that's where a new character can be unlocked for use. All right, thanks for watching. Matt Haywood here, signing off for entertainmentboo.com, where we make you a better geek, one post at a time.
entertainmentbuddha.com